That's that Bombers victory song again, everybody. You know what that means. Bombers picked up another win.
Big win.
Greetings, hockey fans, and welcome back to another episode of Bombers Live. I'm your host, Johnny B, along with my co-host, the Doc and Cope Walker twins, and this is another episode of Bombers Live. This weekend, the West Bend Bombers traveled to Fond du Lac Friday night to take on their arch rival, the Fond du Lac Bears. Both teams were coming off a loss last weekend and played an intense, high-scoring game up at the Blue Line Ice Center in Fond du Lac. The home ice Bears scored the only first-period goal when longtime Bear number 17, James Goodfellow, was assisted by number 9, Terry Collada, and number 19, Ryan Smet. So that had the game 1-0 after one period. You know, of course, we were all up there. We saw that. So it's kind of a slow first period, but
it's kind of what you expect Bombers-Bears game.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like the two teams are kind of feeling each other out a little bit in that one. So
for sure.
That was how we were after one period. Second period saw the Bombers tie the contest at 1 when number 3, Shea the Tank Klitsky, scored unassisted 7 seconds into that period. So tied it up right away.
I totally missed that, too. I was in the dang beer line. It took so long to get a beer in the Blue Line. Everybody's sucking beer.
Yeah. Jeez, imagine that.
I didn't see it either.
Bears forward James Goodfellow then regained the lead for his team a minute later with another assist going to Terry Collada and number 10, Tom Glomsky. The teams then traded goals again when Bombers' cool guy, number 9, Dano Schultz, got assisted by Tank Klitsky, and Bears forward number 3, Joel Blaco, helped by their team captain, number 24, Robbie Red Coleman. So, with the Bears leading 3-2 at the 14-12 mark in the second period, the high-powered West Bend Bombers went on to score 5 straight goals.
Floodgates.
Yep, floodgates opened up. Veteran Steve Klug, number 21, got assisted by number 26, new Bomber this year, Rob Gravino.
Bottle popper.
And number 8, Quinn Connor, to start the run. Klug's goal was followed by the first of the night for number 6, Logan Sequoia Lemerond, first assisted by Quinn Connor, and the second by Bombers captain, number 19, Scotty Holtz. Those 2 goals he scored were 11 seconds apart. He scored right away. They got the puck, went down, boom, nailed another one.
Scored, celebrated, came out, took the face off, and took it right back to him.
Yep.
Blake didn't know what was going on.
Nope. Shea the Tank Klitsky then scored his second of the game, assisted by number 24, Russell the Professor Johnson, and number 5, Marshall the Howitzer Klitsky.
Oh, yeah.
Rob Gervino then got helped out by number 16, Connor Jonason. Dusty's little brother's on the team now.
Wow.
Yep.
All right.
Very cool.
Yeah, so now we got 2 Jonasons that the rink announcers can butcher their last name.
Right.
So that put the Bombers up 7-3. Bears forward Joseph Blaco closed the gap, assisted by Red Coleman, and sent the game into the third with the Orange and Black leading 7-4. Their scoring onslaught chased Bears starting goalie, number 31, Christian Blick. Christian Blick got pulled. He allowed 6 goals on 30 shots before they brought in number 1, Randy Willis.
It's nice to see Randy out there.
Yep, yeah. So I think the last time he actually skated was against us in the Kevin Cup when he took that injury. So It was good to see you back out there, Randy. So after that, final period was more the same for the Bombers. They scored 20 seconds into it after it started. Dan Schultz got his second of the game, assisted by the Professor and Tank Klitsky. Another West Bend goal 15 seconds later by Scotty Holtz, with the helper going to Dusty Jonason and Logan Sequoia Lemerond.
And that's Scotty's 194th in his career. So Scotty getting 200, getting there. Come on, Scotty.
He's getting close. I bet he gets it real quick here. Wow. Bears defenseman number 18, Ryan Sable, was assisted by Ryan Smet to close out the scoring for both teams. And the West Bend Bombers walked away with a 9-5 road victory up there over their arch rivals up at the Blue Line. Randy Willis, when he got put into the game after Blick got pulled, he gave up 3 goals on 19 shots in relief. Bombers goalie Eric Easy Everson earns another win. He stopped 34 of 39 shots in that game. The Bombers improved to 5-1 in league play, while the Bears take a home ice loss. They fall to 4-3 on the season. But while we're talking about the Bears, I'd like to wish their team captain, Robbie Red Coleman, a happy birthday. His birthday is this coming Wednesday, so we'd like to say a happy birthday to Red Coleman.
Happy birthday, Red.
So, at this point in the show, as always, it's time to turn it over to my man, Copa Walker, for news around the Great Lakes Hockey League. Copa Walker.
Yeah, it's nice to be back after last week's hiatus. You know, I was up in the Yoop checking out some games and following our team around and doing a little this and that up in the Yoop. So, speaking of the Yoop, we'll start out with the Mutineers. Traveled down to Appleton Friday night.
Oh boy.
For a little tilt, and it's a pretty intense game. First period, they skated to a 2-2 tie. So, pretty good matchup. I don't think everybody came. I know Captain Joey Enright didn't make the trip. And then second period would see the Dogs take the lead 4-3. And I don't think the Mutineers are used to being down all season. They've been playing some really good hockey.
Defending champs for a reason.
Yeah, when I seen them up in Marquette, like, everybody was like Dallas. They were flying around like their butts were on fire. So, I mean, at home, they're tough, man. They're a tough team to play. So, the third period would come out, and they'd skate each other real hard to like the 6-minute mark, and then the game got tied 4-4. So, it's pretty evenly matched. It's kind of what you would expect. And then Marquette would take the lead. And then they would gather an empty netter with a big old brawl to finish the game. And
Heard that got a little interesting up there.
6-4 was the final. Yeah, including like one of their fans got extremely pissed off about what happened and
ripped his shirt off.
Ripped his shirt off. Yep, went after the Mutineers, and you know. It's a hockey game, man.
Hello, we should
People are
have
just
had
trying
this
to
game.
have fun, and I don't know what was wrong with this fan, but
Man, people think we're crazy.
yeah,
Holy shit.
people think we're nuts and we do get out of hand, but this guy, he took it to the whole other level.
Yeah, that's a little
I think
insane.
3 cops showed up
I
at
was
that
just
one
gonna say,
too.
were the
It's
cops called on that one?
it was like an Eagle River Mosinee game in Eagle River. You know, the cops
Whoa.
showing up. So
Yeah.
yeah, speaking
Wow.
of Eagle River, they played De Pere on Friday night.
Oh, man, that should have been a win.
Yeah, and I'm not sure.
Winless to appear.
Yep, winless De Pere. The
0-5
the
before this
details
weekend.
were not posted, but De Pere finally got off the schneid. And they
Yes,
got a
go De Pere.
5-3 win.
Attaboy, Deacon,
Are you
Steinhoff,
No, I'm not kidding you.
Zach Turney, Steinhoff, all the boys up there. Oh, yeah.
So,
Jose Matamoros. They got
Everybody
themselves
has
a
at
win.
least 2 points on the season now.
Wow. So
Yes.
De Pere got on
Good
the
win, De
board.
Pere.
Yes.
Good job.
Nice job, guys.
Well done.
Yep, so another tilt on Friday night was Blue Notes against the Champs,
Oh,
and that was down in Mosinee.
oh, sure.
13 skaters for each team in this game.
Really?
So we got 2 lines going against each other for openers. And then their main goalie, Maker's main goalie, he did not make the trip.
I saw that, yeah.
So it's kind of a little different playing in front of somebody that you're used to playing in front of. But first period, Max Coop, number 12, he opened the scoring for the Makers. And then Monroe, they started to come back a little bit. Number 21, Brad Gosipoulos would get 2 goals,
He had a good game.
43
Right.
seconds apart to give Monroe the lead.
Nice.
And then number 28 for Monroe, Mike Miller, he would get on the tally sheet. So that line, Miller, Tavares, and Gosipoulos, pretty good. They're putting up some numbers for Monroe. That's the line to watch out for. And Tom Lentz, he would get himself on the sheet as he always does every game.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty good game so far, you know. And Monroe, they got to be happy. They're hanging in there. Fans sucking that Rhinelander, you know, 'cause it's a good one. Second period would come out, and lots of lead changes in the second period. Theron Bauer would start the scoring, and followed by Eric Velo.
Oh, boy.
So the Makers were in the lead now. And then Tavares, number 81, Tim Tavares, he would get on the sheet. He had 6 points in that game, a goal and 5 assists. So that's pretty good for 81 there. Then
Good night.
number 21, Gosipoulos again.
Yeah, hat trick. He had
Got a
that.
hat trick goal, and
Wow.
that one was assisted by Bombers alumni Paulie Morris. So good assist there, Paulie.
Nice.
Nice.
On the stat sheet.
Attaboy, Paulie.
Yep, and then Makers would come back again, you know, because they're the champs. Number 11, Tom Lentz, and number 27, Christian Tomsky would each get goals. And then number 28, Mike Miller again.
Yep, second of the game.
Yep, would get his second of the game. And at the very end of the period, and we're going into the third, tied at 6-all.
Wow.
Yeah, so I mean,
What a game to watch.
yeah, they might even had to change the tap on the Rhinelander because the scoring was so high for these guys. So third period would ensue, and it would be a little battle. You know, and these guys are obviously both teams are tired with short lines, and it wouldn't be until the very end of the game, like a minute and 27 to go in the third. 28, Mark Miller would get a hat trick for himself.
Yep.
Ah,
And then Caleb Brandley the third would close it out. And Monroe beat the champs 8-6.
Yep.
no way.
Yes, so De Pere and Monroe both got wins in the same weekend. How do you like that one, folks?
Good job, guys. And like we say, anything can happen in the G. You never know.
That's what we like. A little bit of parity, right?
Some shake-up. I like that.
That's right.
Yep. So, Makers had another game this weekend. They had a doubleheader. They had one at home on Saturday night against the Dogs. Dogs are kind of reeling. I don't know what's going on with that team. They only brought 10 skaters to the game, and Mosinee had 13 skaters.
Oh, okay.
So,
Wow, both benches were kind of short on that
yeah,
one.
pretty short. Number 17, Hansen, would start the scoring out.
Yep, team captain for them.
Yeah,
Good
getting
guy.
it done. And then for the Dogs, Tom Lee, number 15. I'm not familiar with him. But he would get on the sheet, and it would be 1-1 after one. So it's a pretty good game, Dogs are hanging. That's good. And then second period would come about, and number 21, Matt Hughes, he'd bust the twine, try and take the lead. And then the champs would just shut the door on these fools. Number 6, Dylan Heller. Number 27, Christian Tomsky. Number 11, Tom Lentz. And number 21, Colin Blair, would get 4 unanswered goals
Yep.
and take a commanding lead. And then at the very end, number 2, Casey Kazaniski. He's a new guy, I think, too. He would get the final goal of the game. There was also only one penalty in the game, I think.
Wow.
So, good game. Makers closed it out 6-2. So, you got to be happy with that if you're a Makers fan.
Yep.
They split.
Good
so
comeback,
whatever.
yeah.
Champs are still in there. They're looking good. And the final game of the weekend was the Bears against the Mutineers.
Oh.
So Mutineers had a double road trip game this weekend. Came on down, and after one, they skated to a 0-0 tie. So pretty hard. I don't know, maybe some leftover stuff trying to shake out the cobwebs from the night before for both teams. Mutineers, that definitely was intense. A fan coming at you, so
Right.
and then the Bears would turn it up like they always do. Second period, they came out of firing, and Joe Beloke, number 3, number 17, James Goodfellow, and number 7, Ryan Durant would all get on the tally sheet and take it to the third period with a 3-0 lead. So
Wow.
Bears are looking pretty good.
They're
And
still controlling the second there.
when
yeah.
they got a lead like that, they usually don't relinquish their position there. They'll play hard defense, and they'll still come at you firing. And third period, number 20, Ian McKinich, would get on the score sheet, make it 4-0, and then not to be denied, because this guy plays hard every weekend, Dallas McLaughlin, he got on the sheet at the very end to make it 4-1.
4-1 win for the Bears.
Wow.
Wow.
And that would be the first loss for Marquette on their season this year.
Yes, it would. First
Wow.
loss in regulation time.
Yeah.
So a lot of interesting stuff happening.
Interesting stuff going on around the Great Lakes Hockey League this week, folks. A couple of teams that normally people don't look at as being too good got wins, and a couple teams that have been playing real good hockey took losses. So we like to see a little bit of parity, right?
Right.
Yep.
So
PLP and Calumet, they didn't play.
no, they were off. Right. So now we're gonna turn it over to Doc for our Goon of the Week, our Civ Central and Stats and Standings. Doc Walker.
Okay, Johnny, thanks. All right, folks. So let's get into who our Civ of the Week is. I know everybody loves the Civ Central as well as the Goon of the Week, so let's just get right into it. And the Civ is Ryan Ashmore of the Makers. And I don't know the kid's number because it wasn't listed, so I figured he was out there, in a blank jersey?
Well, Maybe.
Probably borrowed someone's jersey.
Didn't give him a number yet, huh?
No.
Maybe they won't after getting Civ Central.
They might not.
He didn't earn a number.
They might
Right.
send him back to the pond. Who knows?
He might not skate again. You never know. Okay, so let's make a point here. We've been talking about ER and
Eagle River. Yes.
Otto boys and how they've calmed down a little bit out there. Well,
Yes, seems
believe
like
it
it.
or not, boys, Mike took his first penalty this weekend.
Big Mike Otto.
Yep.
First penalty of the season?
2 minutes.
That's it.
Really?
2 minutes is all he got.
Wow.
Still keeping it
But
clean.
guess what?
Mr. Clean this
He's
year.
tied with the 2 lowest guys on the poll, and you know who they are? They're goalies. We got Turney and Cheney.
Zach Turney and Drew Cheney,
That's
two
right.
goalies, have as many penalty minutes as Big Mike Otto.
Wow.
How's
Right.
that for a stat, folks?
Isn't that
That's-
strange?
That's very strange.
Okay.
Yep.
So, now that we got to that point,
Yeah. He's not a goon.
he is not a goon this season. You know what? He's
He's
turned out to
Mr.
be a
Clean.
really nice guy. Mr.
Yep.
Clean.
Mr.
Yeah, there you
Clean.
go. That's what we're going to call him from now on, Mr. Clean. All right, boys. Well, we got something big to talk about this week.
Yeah.
And the goon of the week
Big time
is number 20, Todd McCollarth, Ice Dogs.
Yeah.
Freaking breed him up there.
Tell
eh?
a story.
Here's the story. This guy was suspended indefinitely, okay? Removing an opposing player's hat, okay?
Helmet? Yeah.
You can't take your hat.
I believe that was Dallas he went after, was it
Sure,
not?
Sure, Dallas McLaughlin.
Dallas
Yeah.
McLaughlin, I believe he went after.
He got a fighting, a cross-checking, and leaving the penalty box.
Oh, wow. Temper. Wow.
You're just gonna jump out the box and go, why don't you just go out and beat up zebras?
I don't know.
Dirty
He was probably
dogs.
pretty close to it.
Dirty dogs.
There was
up
a
there.
lot of crazy stuff in that game. Wow.
A lot of those players up there belong in a kennel, it seems.
That's
like.
definitely your goon of the week
Oh,
right there.
big time.
Holy cow.
And the
it.
cops were
That's
called on
Hanson
this
Brothers
incident, you
level
said.
right there.
Cops were called because that fan took off his shirt and attacked some Mutineer players.
Oh
while
my
they-
God.
While they were trying to get onto their bus.
Gotta love the Great Lakes Hockey League. Get out and see a game, folks. You're missing out on more than just hockey.
You damn right. All right, boys. So let's run down the standings here, okay? No, Mosinee took a win and a loss, but they're still on top at 7-2 and 14 points.
Yeah.
Okay.
They played more games than a lot of teams, though.
Yes, they've played 9 this season so far.
But
Okay.
they have 2 losses, you say, correct?
They have 2 losses
Okay.
now. 1 to Monroe, 1 to Marquette.
Monroe. Ooh, that one hurts, man.
That's
Oh.
crazy. Like
Oh.
I can't even believe that the notes pulled that out, man.
Good for the
That's,
notes,
like,
man. On
Very
making
good.
Score.
It's a strong win, and I mean, like, because we seen them play against the Ice Dogs, and they had a short bench.
We better look out. We
And
gotta travel down there next
that
Friday.
team has
Yeah.
a lot of talent.
Hey, we better look out. We gotta go play them.
I hope our boys are prepared. You can't take them for granted anymore.
No,
No, I don't think you can. I mean, they're putting.
They've
it
been
together a
scoring
little
goals
bit.
all year, even in their losses. They've been putting up points.
Okay, boys. Marquette took their first loss of the season. They're 6-1-1 with 13.
okay.
And Cal didn't play; they were idle. They're 6-1 with 12, along with the Bombers at 6-1,
Yep.
and they got 12 points. Okay. So then we got Fondy, who managed to take a win and a loss. They had a tough weekend.
That was
man.
almost a must-win for
tough
them. I mean,
weekend,
tournament's the tournament, I guess, if you're looking at it that way. But
right?
you know,
You still want to place.
they didn't want to fall to 4-4.
Brackets.
That'd be
Well, Johnny, then they went on a 3-game losing streak.
yeah.
You know, they
Yeah.
can't go 4-4, and they had to play the Bombers and then Marquette.
Yeah.
That's a tough damn.
They were, yeah, I'm sure they were happy to get that win.
Yeah, so they're at 5-3 and 10 points. So you know, that was a tough matchup this weekend. It was a great game to watch. Dogs, man, they just keep reeling. I don't know what they're gonna do. They're 3-8. They've already played 11 games, boys.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
See what
Monroe and
happens.
De Pere are starting to come on a little bit.
Right.
I mean, if Dogs
They had a
keep
different
losing,
goalie in there this weekend. Did you see
Yeah.
that? I noticed Drew Cheney actually did not play a game for them for once.
Right.
Wow.
Iron Man took
Yeah,
a week
man
off.
took a seat, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
You know,
he
and
deserves a break.
Monroe and De Pere, they start winning, and Dogs keep losing. They could be the guy that's out.
Yeah, you might
I mean,
be right about
See
PLP
what
could
happens.
still get their shit together too. You know.
Yeah, we'll
Right.
see.
Okay, we got ER at 2-3-0-1, 5 points. Monroe with the big win this weekend.
Yeah.
Man, they got some good scores up there. What did Tavares have? 6 points, he said.
6 points.
And Gasipolis with 5.
Yeah.
There you go. So they're at 2-5, boys. PLP was idle. They're 1-7, and De Pere finally gets off the sheet there. They got their first victory of the year. They're 1-5. 2 points for those fellas.
And they should have beat ER the first matchup too.
They should have.
Yeah.
So they should technically be 2-4 right now.
They'll get it together.
They'll get it together. All right, boys. So let's get to what the games are next weekend. all right?
Upcoming hockey. What do we got, Doc?
Okay, Friday night, ER at Cal.
Really?
Yes.
Go Falcons?
Yeah.
Right?
Are they going to travel for that?
I don't know. Hopefully. It's a closer drive than what we
If-
got, that's for sure.
Man, they're if they're going to Calumet, they better bring everybody.
Yeah. Calumet plays tough.
They are tough when their whole roster's around. Look out.
Yeah,
Right.
they're going to be up there, so.
Bering, Restella with
That's
cheese.
Friday night, you say?
Friday night, sir. We also have De Pere at Mosinee.
Interesting.
So, will De Pere travel over there and take it to these boys?
We'll see.
Hopefully.
It'd be
Hopefully.
nice.
We'll
see
see.
them get their third loss of the year. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, so then let's get to Saturday night. Cal at Marquette. Now,
That's
would
a
you
big
like to be
matchup.
there?
Yeah.
Would you not like to be there?
Yeah.
That's going to be a huge game considering that they had that exhibition and the scoring was really high.
Right.
So hopefully Calumet travels well for that one, and yeah, that's going to be a tilt. One of you Marquette fans, let's get some video on that one.
Yeah,
Right.
no doubt.
Hey, Fondy at Monroe.
That's Saturday night as well?
Yes. So, Monroe's got a tough weekend, man. They got to play the Bombers and frickin' Fondy.
That's a tough weekend,
Ouch.
man.
The final game is an exhibition game. Mosinee and ER. Now, I thought we were done with exhibitions.
Guess not.
I believe that's the last one of the year, boys.
Yeah.
I thought we had another one.
Well, we got one on Lake Winnebago, I think,
Lake
but we'll
Winnebago,
find
yeah.
out. We'll
Yeah.
find out. We'll see when it comes out. So there's also another couple games this weekend, folks, in the Great Lakes Hockey League. Your West Bend Bombers are going to be in action twice. First game is Friday night at Monroe. Anybody that's close, they want to check it out. That's down there at the Monroe Ice Center, 8 o'clock Friday night. And then your West Bend Bombers return after some off weeks and some road games. They return Saturday night to the hangar, Calamarain Ice Center, 8 p.m. I know you guys are going to be there. You know we're going to be there.
Yeah.
That's
Bring
going to
your
be
rat
time.
traps.
Portage Lake coming to town, 8 o'clock next Saturday night. Until then, I'm Johnny B, the Walker Twins. We are Bombers Live, and we are out of here. Go